Welcome to Tent Talk, the podcast with Nancy McCready, where we talk about life under the big tent of God's presence and the provoking process of discipleship. Here we go.
Hey everybody, welcome to Tent Talk. This is Nancy McCready. When someone attempts to pull a power grab in your life, you must then stand in your authority given to you by Jesus as you submit to Him. Don't submit to anybody else's power grab in your life. Take a listen. I hope it encourages you to go deeper with Him. Is there anybody trying to make a power grab in your life right now? I want you to think about this. Do you find yourself maybe in a decision time, a grieving time, and maybe someone's using your set of circumstances or your vulnerability to work their way back into your life or to take control of your life? Maybe this is on a personal level, or if, as when this came to me, when I thought about doing this as this very brief episode here on Tent Talk, was when I was just flying home over the last couple of days from Europe. And lo and behold, for the first time since early 2020, I found myself without any mask, and no one cared if I wore one. No mask was required from Poland to Amsterdam, Amsterdam to Houston. Once I arrived in Houston, nowhere in flying or traveling did anyone require me to wear a mask for the first time. So this word came to me, these words, power grab, came to me, is that, well, at least that power grab is over. And that even though I know there may have been an ebb and flow of reasons why masks were mandated, required, enforced, people's lives were deeply affected by this, children's lives were completely affected by this, whether or not it was truly helpful in slowing the spread or preventing the spread of COVID, all of that. That's a different discussion. That's a different argument, if you want to say. But what I felt in me was, wow, that crisis just faded away. And literally hundreds and hundreds of people, whether on my plane or in the international airports that I passed through, it was like, did that ever really happen? Was that actually going on right before, where, these things were such a big deal? And I just thought, wow, it's so awesome. I didn't have a mask on me, not in my suitcase or my purse or anything that I could easily grab. There may have been one hidden away somewhere in my suitcases, but those weren't with me. I mean, in the things that I had with me. And I thought, this is fantastic. That power grab of using a crisis, using something that actually existed, but using it to overreach and to take far more control over people's lives than was really necessary. So I'm just putting this before you today because this is the thought that came to me as I traveled home. Where are there other power grabs that may actually be happening in our lives? Where we're in crisis or we're in situations and something is trying in an unscrupulous way, in an unnecessary way, to have a power grab in our life. Maybe it's being done to you in your personal life, where someone or something is trying to gain power over you in a vulnerable time. They see it as, oh, that's a moment where I can take advantage. I can take hold of that. So the official definition, I'm just typing it in as we're talking, of a power grab is an attempt to obtain control over something or someone in an opportunistic or unscrupulous way. To be able to use someone else's difficulty to your advantage. And I thought, wow, I wonder where this happens so often in our lives. And see, it's an opportunity, you see, when someone is attempting to make a power grab in your life. This is an opportunity for you to stand very firmly in your freedom and in your authority. A perversion of authority is control. And of course, when man fell in the garden, he went from living in the authority given to him as he submitted himself to God. He thought he was becoming the authority in his own life, when really the power grab was made by the enemy. And he took their decision and used it to his advantage. And he captured control over mankind. And of course, he's been, releasing hell through man ever since that. But see, we must be those who realize we're not here to take control, right? We're here to be those who walk in authority. And love, the true love of God, empowers us in real authority. So I just wanted to encourage you in this today, that though someone else or some set of circumstances may put you in danger of a power grab in your life, don't let anyone take control over you in your vulnerable times. And the way, again, for that to really, be enacted is you must remain in your place of authority that the Father has given you as a son, as one who shares in everything they are, as you submit to them. As we submit to them, they love that, to share their authority with us. Jesus said, now all authority is mine, and I'm giving it to you. And so we want to be those that no matter what circumstances we're in right now, no matter how weak, no matter how grieved, no matter how difficult it may be, no matter what may be going on, we can still function in our authority that He has given us with a whisper. So if you're laying on your bed today crying and weeping in great difficulty, or if you're walking around and you're in the best time of your life, others may try to make a power grab over you by flattery, by trying to insert themselves in your life, because now they look at you and they say, oh, you're going to actually be somebody. I want to be with you. Oh, you're the one getting all the attention right now, so I want to be next to those who are getting all the attention. Oh, someone's in tragedy today. Oh, I want to come in like the helpful friend. You see, it can show up any way in our lives. Or it could be worldwide, and there's a disease or a flu or a pandemic or whatever you want to call it, that suddenly now we can, this really works to our advantage to overtake the world and to put the world under our thumb. You see, whether it may seem minor to you or major, I pray that what we have lived through over these last couple of years, what you may be living in personally, I pray that we will determine to never come under the control of anyone else again, but only to live in the authority that God has given us because we've submitted to Him. And then we're going to walk forward in these days, and we're going to live as the authority that we are, first over ourselves, to take rule over our own selves, take authority over yourself, and then begin to let God show you what it means then to walk in that authority that He's given you, and be able to live the big life with Him in your generation and in this time right now. So will you give that some thought? It was just a simple episode, just some thoughts I was having as I traveled home yesterday. So I hope that it encourages you. When someone tries to make a power grab in your life, on no matter what scale it may be or in what circumstances, you stand firm in your freedom and in the authority that Jesus has given you as you yield to Him. All right? I love you all. I'll talk to you soon.
For more information on Nancy, please visit nancymccready.com or follow her on social media at NB McCready.